Hello and welcome to Tennis Through Trial and Error, where everything tennis goes. We'll be seeing the second lesson of the serve, that is the progression. First, you have to understand why do you need precision in your serve? Why do you want to serve exactly in the corner of the boxes or on the line? The thing is that a serve that is precise is more effective than a mid ball serve that is just fast and in the returner's hitting zone. So let's just say, for example, if a person serves 115 miles per hour of serve, if that is his normal serve speed on the first serve, but the serve is not precise, in order for his serve to be precise, he has to somewhat compromise on the speed. Let's just say his serve is around 105 miles per hour when it is precise. This is precise serve and this is not precise serve. This serve is more effective than this serve because this serve is just straight in his hitting zone. So if a person has to compromise a little on the speed, again I am emphasizing on the word little, say this much, in order it to be precise, then I think he should go for this serve rather than this serve. Another important thing to remember is that let's just say your serve is very precise but it lacks speed. Suppose your serve is say 60 or 70 miles per hour. This precise serve is not effective. It is not effective. Don't go that slow. You want to compromise speed but you don't want to compromise too much of speed and you want to gain that precision. Okay. Now this is the importance of the precision in the serve. But how do we achieve precision in the serve? What's the secret of behind serving precise? The most important thing to serve precisely is the toss. You want to have a toss that is very consistent. A consistent toss will ensure your serve is precise. The second thing that needs to be done in order to have a precise serve is the racket face during the contact. Is it like this? Is it like this? This racket face during the contact will determine the precision of the serve. These two factors, the toss and the racket face during the contact, these two factors will determine the precision of your serve. Now let's just say I want to serve here. I won't start service from here. I won't start my toss from here like this. This would be like a parallel to the baseline. I won't be starting my toss like this. This would be perpendicular. It would be somewhat of a hybrid between this parallel and this perpendicular. It will look like this. Okay. So it is not going parallel as well as it is not going like this. It has both parallel and perpendicular thing. So toss like this. This toss should be avoided. This toss should be avoided. This is how you are supposed to toss the ball. There are few things that you need to do if you are struggling with the toss, and this needs to be done only and only if you struggle with the toss. The first thing is that make sure you hold the ball in the fingertips. Don't hold it in the palm. Another thing, your elbow should be straight. Okay. While starting the serve, you can start the serve from below the waist, from here, or you can start the serve around waist or above the waist from here. Again, whatever is natural to you, whatever comes naturally to you, you should stick with that. Do not copy anybody. Just because someone is starting from here doesn't mean you should start from there, or just because someone is starting the serve motion from here, the tossing from here, you should not start from there. Okay. Step on the court, try few serves, see where your what your natural toss motion is, and you stick with that. The only thing to remember is that the toss should be a little ahead of the body, and when you look from behind, the toss should look like here. 12 and 1 o'clock, somewhere here, around here. Another important thing is that you have to keep your toss the same. So in order to hit the serve in this direction, you won't be tossing here, and in order to hit the serve here, you won't be tossing here. You have to avoid different toss for different serves, just because you don't want to give your opponent a read on your serve. Okay, so toss on the ball on the fingertips, keep your elbow straight, toss the ball, make sure it is not parallel to the baseline or perpendicular to the baseline. It is somewhat in between. Okay, start the serve below, start your tossing motion below your waist level or above or around the waist level, whatever is natural to you. Now another important thing is the racket face during the contact. Once you have mastered the consistency on the toss, now you are consistent with your toss. So what will happen now is that you have to hit the serve, say here in this direction. This is the tennis court, okay, this is the net, and this is the service box, and you want to hit a serve here. Okay, in order to hit serve here, your racket face would be like this. Okay, this is the racket face during the contact, and it is a little down. It is not exactly like this, it is like this. So here, this is how your serve will look like, a racket face during the contact. If you want to serve in the T here, then your racket face for this serve, your racket face won't be like this, it would be like this. This is how it would make a contact. Okay, so important thing is that maintain the consistency of the toss. We talked about the action derived through conscious thinking and action derived through subconscious thinking. Swing and even the racket face during the contact is somewhat subconscious level. You don't exactly have to consciously think about it. But when it comes to tossing the ball, there is your conscious thinking is required. That is where your conscious thinking is engaged, and it is very much required. So imagine a toss here. You toss the ball where you are imagining the toss to be, and then you hit the ball. For service here, contact will be like this. For service here in the T, the contact of the racket would be like this. You do those two things and you will be able to gain a lot of precision. Another important thing to remember is that do not sacrifice awful lot of speed for the sake of precision. You want to be precise, but at the cost of very little speed. Okay, if the serve is very slow, 60-70 miles per hour, it is precise, it won't be effective. Having a good precision serve is very important, but it should also be a little faster. You can compromise on your speed a little, but only just a tad bit, a little bit. Do not make it very slow just in order to be precise. So this is what the serve is, that I will be attaching some videos where I actually hit the serve. Will demonstrate some serves where I hit the serve and try to gain the precision. Okay, you observe that every time I do that, I make sure that the toss is consistent and the same. Here, having a good, consistent and a similar toss is very important, so that your opponent does not have a read on your serve. Okay.
Here I'll be attempting a wide serve on the ad court. I'll try my best to keep the toss the same, whether I'm serving in the tee or wide, so that the opponent does not get a read on it. The progression in the serve, this is the lesson number 2, should only be attempted by those people who have cleared their first lesson. What I mean by that is that people who have a good consistency or the toss, good command over the toss, should attempt this precision progression. People who are still struggling with their toss should practice the toss first and should not attempt this, because it would be futile and you will be wasting your time and energy. So it is the precision and the progression in the serve is only recommended for the people who have good command over their toss. Is the same ad court, but the target is not wide this time, it is towards the tee. Again, I will be trying my level best to keep the toss same and not give a read to my opponent. Same toss for the tee serve as well as the wide serve on the ad court. Do not jump to the lesson number 2 unless you have cleared lesson number 1. Lesson number 2, that is the precision and target practice, is only recommended to the people who have a good command over their toss. If you are struggling with your toss, go back to the lesson number 1 and work on your toss consistency. This should be attempted by those people who have good consistency over the toss. It is only for people who have good consistency over the toss. If you are struggling with the toss consistency and if you are target practicing, that means you are mostly wasting your time and energy. So the idea is simple. Same consistent toss, just the racket face would be a little different during the contact for the serve, for wide serve and for the tee serve.